What up YouTube, I'm back. So my bad if this review is this late. I had to study a lot yesterday and I went to sleep at like 5 a.m. so my bad about that. But this week's episode was okay at best, man, except for what happened at the end of the episode with Asta, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later in the review. It was mostly flashback of what happened in Asta and Yuno's lives since they've become Magic Knight, so it was kind of cool to reminisce and see, the trials and errors that they had since they've become Magic Knight. We saw everything that happened to them, everything that they've accomplished, basically. So that was pretty cool, man. Anyway, before the episode ended and before the Asta moment, I was really ready to say in this review, RIP to father, because it seems like he was gonna die, but something happened at the end of the episode that we need to talk about. That was the most important part of the episode, and probably maybe the most important part of this arc so far. So we saw this sword coming out of Asta's grimoire, and it was the same sword that Lich was using while he was fighting Asta. And so that this is interesting. Obviously the color of the sword is different, because I guess when Lich is using it, he has the sword's full power or something like that. I'm not really sure, but there's something different. When Asta has a sword, one of these swords, it's black, and when Lich has one of these swords, it's more like gray silver-ish, so that's pretty interesting. This is Asta's third sword right now. We don't know if it has special abilities. We know that his first sword, can, basically erase magic or repel it. We know that his second sword can do the same thing, but he can also absorb magic with it. And this sword, we still don't know, so we'll have to see in next week's episode. Maybe that's the sword that's gonna save father. We'll see. But the most important thing of the episode is when Asta grabbed the sword and we saw these kind of flashback. I love the way that it was, I really liked it. It was pretty cool, the design of these flashbacks. We saw this shot right there of Lich with his wife, Tetra or something like that. That's the sister, I think, of the Wizard King at the time. So we already saw that shot right there, I think, or maybe it was the shot from the back. I don't remember, so that's kind of interesting. We saw that shot right there. I think it's Lich, and he looks evil as hell. I don't know what's going on with that. Like I said, I think Lich is there's something wrong with him, man. I think that maybe he was the one that killed all these elves. I'm not so sure. But yeah, that shot is pretty interesting, man. His eyes look scary as hell. I don't know, man. Maybe it's Lich, maybe it's something else, but I think in this shot, that's Lich. The next shot is really, really interesting, man. So, like I said, I think that guy is the Wizard King. He was the brother of Tetra, the one that was married to Lich, and his reaction, his facial expression in that shot is incredible, because it looks like he's shocked, that he saw something that he was shocked of. I don't really know what, but it's pretty interesting, man. Maybe he's seeing Lich and maybe he's destroying everything. I don't know, man. It's freaking amazing. It was freaking amazing, man. I'm really, really interested in the backstory of the elves, and I think the first Wizard King, so we'll have to see. But then we see that demon right there. It seems like that demon right there is the same one that we see at every beginning of an episode, the one that the Wizard King destroyed, the one that is close to Asta's village, I guess. So yeah, man, I really want to know what's going on. So for a reason, Asta, when he touched that sword, he saw all those flashbacks, and he also transformed, at the same time. So I'm wondering why it did that, because he has the two other swords and it never did that. So maybe it's because Lich touched this sword not too long ago, and that's why he had those visions. But for me, the two most important shot of the episode was this one right there with the demon that we see every single episode. and the other one was with I think the first Wizard King, you know, the Tetra's brother. So just because he was really shocked, you know, so I'm really wondering what the hell happened. I have my theories. Like I've said in other episode, I think that maybe the first Wizard King, you know, he was fighting that demon right there, and without him knowing, he kind of killed the elves, you know, with his magic. So that's one of my prediction. Or maybe Lich is the one that attacked the humans with that demon, and at the same time killed all the elves, you know. So that's my two theories, man. I'm not going to go into details, but I think that's two of my theories about them. But yeah, man, let me know what you thought about this week's episode. Obviously there was a lot of flashback, but what happened at the end was really interesting. This review will not be as long, obviously, because, you know, there wasn't as much material for this episode, but I'm really interested in next week's episode. Maybe we'll know more. I think I didn't watch the next week's episode preview, so I don't know what's gonna happen yet, but I really want to know what's going on with that. Hopefully we'll know in next week's episode. Maybe we'll see more flashback. But man, he looks shook in this shot right there, man. My bad if I've said that a lot, but he looks shook. So yeah, man, we'll have to see what's gonna happen. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Black Clover reviews every Tuesday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Fire Force, and sometimes Dr. Stone reviews on Fridays. I didn't do a Dr. Stone review last Friday because I had some things to do, but I'm gonna be back. I do Kimetsu no Yaiba reviews on Saturdays. The last episode of the first season of Kimetsu no Yaiba is this Saturday, so stay tuned. It's gonna be an amazing episode, I've heard, so yeah, stay tuned. And I do One Piece reviews also on Saturdays, so yeah, man. But next month, this October, there's 3 animes coming back to my channel. The first one is Boruto Naruto Next Generation, because there's a new arc coming for the anime, because it's the 20th anniversary of the Naruto series, so they're doing a special arc for the Boruto anime that is going through October 6th to March 20th. So it's gonna be a big arc, and it's gonna be big about you know, the Naruto series in general. You know, it seems like Boruto is gonna, and his crew is gonna go to the past and visit his father and everything that happened to them till this point, you know. So that's gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna review this arc from October to March, so stay tuned for that. Then there's Boku no Hero Academia season 4 coming back October 12th, so that's a Saturday, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be an amazing season. I've heard that it's the best season, so I can't wait. And then there's Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld, so this is also October 12th, Saturday, so I can't wait for the next part of the Alicization season. It's gonna be amazing. I'm rewatching Sword Art Online Alicization right now, so that I can remember everything that happened when you know, War of Underworld starts. So I can't wait, man. I've already watched the 3rd season of Boku no Hero Academia a second time to, you know, be ready for the 4th season, so I can't wait, man. Follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, and like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot, man. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.